Everyone, to the it's for the agenda of the Shire of Perenjori ordinary meeting of council held on the 23rd of October. I declare the meeting open at 3 o'clock and welcome everyone. In accordance with R14L of the Local Government Regulation 1996, this meeting will be recorded and made publicly available on the Shire's website. As per the Shire of Perenjori policy, we wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which the Shire of Perenjori is situated and to demonstrate respect for the original custodians. I respectfully acknowledge the past and present traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting, the Badimai people. It is a privilege to be standing on Badimai country. If you'd like to join me for prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, now and forever. Amen. I acknowledge the pioneers who settled this country and developed the land and turned it into the productive country we know today. Okay, our 4.1 is our attendance. I think we have everyone here and 3 staff members. No distinguished guests. Members, we have one member of the public. This is Patty King. And no apologies that I'm aware of. Okay. Item 5 is public question time. Do we have any questions taken on notice? No. And questions without notice? Yes.
I'd just like to thank the Shire from the Tourist Centre for all their help with dismantling the museum, moving it around several times, especially Marty and his workers over there. We needed it moved and we needed to move it again, and we had to have the front all moved, all living items, so it's beyond us. So thank you very much. And thank you for trying to get a tourism officer. 2 applications, but no turn up. So that did make it very hard for us this year, but we got through it. We didn't open very early, but we had a very successful year still. We only opened really for a month at a time. But thanks, Marty, and your crew.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Do we have any applications for leave of absence for any next meeting? November meeting? No. That's the question.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. Excellent. Item 7, confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting, which was held on the 25th of September 2025. Can I have someone to move that item, please? Councillor Bradford, and seconded Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bradford, would you like to speak to the Councillor Campbell?
Oh, no, thank you.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Item 8, announcements by presiding member without discussion. I would just like to formally thank our former elected members, Colin Bryant and Dale Sparkman, for their support and commitment to the Shire over the last 5 and 4 years, and also officially welcome our newly and re-elected members today. So welcome Councillor Curtin, Councillor Hepworth and Councillor Drings. Lovely to have you all on board.
Thank you.
Thank you. Petitions, deputations and presentations, we don't have any. Announcements of matters for which a meeting may be closed, we don't have any of those either. Declaration of interest. So as there are a majority of us that have an interest in the sporting club item, which is item 12.3, we have an interest in common, and we don't need to do anything formally during the meeting, but it's just a declaration that we majority of us have an impartial interest. Okay.
Would mine be a bit more because I'm a committee member?
No. All right. Well, it's finance. 12.1 is our monthly financial report for the 30th September 2025. Which we have briefly gone through with Ali earlier. Do I have someone to move the item? Councillor Campbell, seconded Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Campbell, would you like to speak?
No, thank you.
No. Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 12.2 is the schedule of financial activity for the period ended 30th of June 2025. Did we suspend standing orders and just run through that? Does anyone? I'll suspend standing orders. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Campbell. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, we'll just quickly run through that. If there's any queries, if we didn't have time to do it earlier. Don't think there's anything too major in there, but if anything comes up that you'd like to know about or more detail,
So it's still, I know we're going to the credit card ones as well. Is it that part of this as well?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just the arrest warrant for.
Joe Dunn.
Yeah.
So yes, because she hasn't made any payments.
No. Okay.
So yes, so there's a big warrant.
Yep.
And then there's a big pay. No,
Yeah. Okay. I was presuming it was in. Yeah. So obviously it's been a period.
just took a while because we couldn't find her address or your address.
Okay. Yep.
No problem.
All right, and is that the modular, EFT 19336 on the third page? I think it is for 160. Is that the last payment? No, it would be the last payment.
That is the final payment,
Is it?
160,000. Yeah, so we paid the last payment on delivery,
Oh, okay.
and then handover was scheduled for the 8th or the 10th of October.
Fine.
Yeah, they're a bit behind because we've changed the landscaping plan 3 times. We wanted to reduce up the extent of lawn they had, and then we had another change in it because of the layout. They changed the layout of the leach drains.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is paid for, but we haven't had an official handover yet.
Okay. All right. Fairly straightforward. Any other questions on the actual accounts for payments? No, all good. Go on to the credit cards, which just flick through. There's a summary at the back. Probably this one from the back. And that's all pretty self-explanatory as well. Any questions? No. Can I get someone to resume standing orders? Councillor Campbell. Seconded. Councillor Hepworth. All in favour? 7-0. All right, and then we'll have someone to move the item, please. Councillor Dring and seconded Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Dring, would you like to speak to the item? Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? 7-0. All right, we'll move on to 12.3, which is the 10-year budget for the sporting club infrastructure.
Standing orders.
Yes, suspend standing orders. Councillor Hepworth, seconded. Councillor Campbell, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Councillor Hepworth.
I would say it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just thought maybe can run through a bit of it or thought process. And
Sure, yeah. Well, I guess if you look at our community strategic plan and the KPIs that you guys have set for me, there is a common message in them in that there's not enough planning around our sporting infrastructure. So we tend to get a club coming to us 12 months before they want to do something and say, can you help us? But we have no long-term planning for it. We don't know who's coming when. And we're obviously not maximising grants because the time frame that we're left with to do isn't enough. So the intention is to go out to all of the clubs, ask them what their plans are over the next 10 years, what financial position they're in at that time, whether they think they'll be able to make a contribution, get all that information back, work it into a 10-year plan, bring back the council to adopt. And then basically the first year of that plan will work its way into our annual budget. So if, for example, in year 2 there was a renovation at the Latham Sporting Club, then the staff would be working with them in the 12 months prior to the budget to actually get that firmed up, priced, get what grants we can, and then that would come through to you in the next year's budget. And that way everyone's a bit better planned. The clubs themselves have a bit more clarity about what they're doing and what financial position they need to be in to get the support of the council. So I haven't dealt with the issue of matching funding at this stage because we haven't got a formal position on it. The only significant project that I'm aware of in the last few years is the Latham Bowling Green, where their contribution was loosely 30 or a tad under, I think, because the project slipped a bit. But I think once we've got the 10-year plan back and we understand the financial position of all of the clubs, we can be in a position to make some sort of determination around that. And you don't need to make a hard and fast rule. I think the council should have a little bit of flexibility because all projects will be a bit different. Some will be projects where they can offer a lot more in-kind labour and things like a bowling green, unfortunately, are nearly all cash. So there's not much a club can do other than bring cash to the table. So in terms of the 2 buildings, the sporting clubs, and I've looked at both of those are going to need work in the next 5 to 10 years. And I don't know at the moment there's a mechanism for those sporting clubs to be coming to us and looking for help for that. So what I'm hoping to get out of this is that they will do a bit of a plan for the building and say, well, in year 5, Latham Sporting Club might do a renovation, paint, floor coverings, new cool room, whatever it might be, bundle that up and bring it back to a project where we would give them some assistance.
So it'll be something like the Shire allocates some funds, certain amount of funds per year into a separate account, and then obviously anybody, say any clubs that may need assistance.
We go on a reserve.
Well, I think we will end up with some sort of reserve. So once we get the 10 years, we'll get a bit of an idea of. I don't think we'll necessarily have a project every year.
Keep putting money in it each year.
You just put money aside. Yeah.
I think knowing what I do now about the clubs, you're likely to get Perenjori Bowling Green early in the 10 years. So you're going to have to probably cash fund that because we don't have a reserve. But then where you've got a year 2 or 3 where you don't have a project, there'll be an opportunity to perhaps put 30 or 50,000 into a reserve so that every year we know what's coming in front of us.
Yeah, I think that's an idea.
I mean, we do have some reserves already, obviously. We've got the balance of the Mount Gibson fund going into our community reserve. I think gives it $300,000 or $400,000 in there. And you've got the Terra money goes into there. So there's a few ways we can fund it, but I think you'd probably want to see the 10-year program first.
So see if the clubs may or may not be able to contribute as well, or their financial side of things as well. Yeah.
You know, I'd just say, I think maybe not everyone's aware, but like the bowling green is shot to pieces.
Yeah, you're
up here.
Yeah.
So that will have to be done
Next year,
basically. I think I can't see there's a way around it. From what everyone's telling me, I haven't bowled on it yet, but it's atrocious. So.
And when it comes to the bowling club, well, you know, obviously that's, what's that, 200 grand? Is that 200 grand roughly we're talking?
Roughly, yeah.
And like, you know, obviously that's within the the golf clubs only needs like a mower or whatever.
Yeah, some will be big, some will be small.
So
It's like a, or 2 mowers or whatever. Does it happen like that or, yeah.
Every club's going to be different.
Yeah.
Clubs like the Pistol Club, we've never really engaged before. So
Yeah, well, that's true.
we don't know
Yeah.
what they're likely to come forward with.
Mm.
Some clubs may come back and say we don't need anything in the next 10 years.
Yeah, right. But they'll still be part of it anyway, would they?
Well, they'll still be
Yeah.
engaged.
Because they've used the grants, but
Yep.
the Mount Gibson Fund to build sheds and stuff out there. So
Yep.
they'll use it.
Yep.
Is there anything missing? I had the tennis club missing on that, but there's no real committee for the tennis club at this stage. But is there any other club that has been missed that you can think of?
Well, I just wonder about putting the tennis club in there. I mean, I know we have to make a decision what we're going to do with it. The courts, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Many people playing tennis.
no, but having said that, you see the courts, you can't really play on them.
They're
So
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there would be people in the committee that would like to have a say about it.
So tennis,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just, I know there's no committee as such, but I know that there probably is people in the committee that would like to say something or have a input into it. But
into a tennis court or into no tennis courts?
probably maybe the number of tennis courts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. Nothing terribly major, but
What is it, 3 there or something?
four.
Oh, it's 4. You'd go to 2, would you?
Well, it's
Would they be happy with that?
Probably.
Two good ones.
Anyway, that was just my thought.
Anyway, middle, well, we could, yeah.
Why
Could
don't
we
we?
write that in there?
Well, I think they should be. 'Cause it's part of
Yeah, I think
that whole area up there, isn't it?
Is
Yeah.
Or is that complicating for you, Clint?
Not really. I mean, it's more about whether or not there is a committee to
Yeah, to
engage.
put a report
So
together.
we're obviously writing to all those committees. We're going to meet with them, but if there is no tennis committee,
Yeah.
who are we engaging with?
who was the last? It must be the last president. Ash.
So, well,
So
So the bowling green is under the bowling club, that's their responsibility, is that right? It's nothing to do with sports club, is it?
No, not really. What's their own club there?
Yeah.
Mm.
Same with the tennis,
separate,
same with the tennis,
netball.
working
Everyone's
separate.
Mm.
Same as like,
Golf and bowls is combined.
oh yeah, and in the sports club, so actually, yeah, it's here, all in the sports club down there.
Yeah,
It's all together,
Yeah,
yeah, under the one banner.
yeah, under the one banner, yeah.
That's another bloody argument to have, yeah.
Yeah, it is really. It's something that we can perhaps broach on another time.
Yeah.
Like how that whole thing works.
Private place, never like a bit like, because they're all separate, like if you open for bowls, you don't get any, yeah, even if your bar's open, but the bowling club don't get any, it goes to the,
No, well, same as the golf club.
Yeah,
Golf
you
club
don't.
doesn't make any.
no, it goes to
Oh,
the,
the VDC.
yeah,
That's right.
78
Yes,
fully,
yes.
you don't make any
yeah.
money out of it.
what about like the hockey club and all that sort of diff separate, like to don't.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
is all pretty well. I think the hockey and the football have combined, have they?
and netball.
And netball,
And netball,
haven't they
yeah.
all? They've combined. So Perenjori Kanama as a committee
Yeah,
as
yeah.
such.
Yeah, right. Too.
Yes, but facilities, I guess they're the Shire's
Yeah,
facilities.
so I have heard talk of them putting a hockey field in the tennis courts in some shires where they've got a synthetic field on the tennis courts
Oh, yeah.
and still being able to use the tennis courts. And I think there was a few grants around for that, but I only heard that. So
Over the top of.
on top, like with the tennis court, with incorporating the tennis club with the hockey surface,
Yes.
so they can use like both.
Play hockey and tennis on it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Play hockey again.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm happy to leave it as it is, but I just wanted to note that.
Yeah, like you don't think there'd be an issue with it being left out with the community, by the community sort of thing, or?
Well, they haven't been active for a long
No,
time.
fair enough, yeah. So same as Latham, I think that's that tennis club, that's right. I think actually Latham actually, I think has officially been
Mm.
closed, yeah.
The only other thing today, there is a little bit of money in the bank for the tennis club. That's the only other thing. whether that can be taken into account or whether they would like that to be taken into account, I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing precluding us from running a process with the community about the future of the tennis courts.
Yep.
Without a tennis club committee. We just advertise it and advise people that we're considering, give us some ideas.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
the
a
way
good
I
idea.
get
To see what's through that whole
Yeah.
area, as to whether people want 2 tennis courts, no tennis courts.
Yes.
Someone might have a fantastic idea that.
Yep.
Or plan, right?
Okay. All right, let's do that. All right, so we'll leave it as is. Or should we change it to and no, you don't really want community council. We just leave it as it is.
I'll bring something back on tennis.
Okay. All right, can I get someone to resume standing orders? Councillor Campbell, seconder. Councillor Curtin, all in favour? Carried 7-0. So we go back to the item. Can I have someone to move the item, please? Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bradford. Councillor Campbell, would you like to speak to the item?
No, thank you.
Councillor Bradford. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, item 13.1 is the Townscape Committee meeting updates. Is there anyone who would like to move the item? Want some discussion on the item? Councillor Fraser,
I'll move it.
move the item. I have a seconder. Councillor Ring. Councillor Fraser, would you like to speak to the item? Councillor Ring. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Item 13.2 is the Wheatbelt Vet Services use of the Perenjori Masonic Lodge. Councillor Andrews.
Standing orders, please.
Ray, can I have a seconder? Councillor Hepworth, all in favour? Carried 7-0.
As before, it's probably self-explanatory, but yeah, obviously just as the resolution says, it's not going to impact on anything if they use that. I think it's a good thing, yeah. Yeah.
No, we've spoken to Brenton, OIC,
Yep.
and their use is pretty irregular.
Yep.
A bit of it around school holidays, and it's likely the vet will only be here between 6 and 8 times a year. They're actually here tomorrow.
Yes.
So that very unlikely they're going to clash.
Yep.
And what we agreed with Brenton was that they would take priority for the booking.
Yeah.
So the vet, I think, advertised their full year of visitation in advance.
Where has she been using before? Or?
Should have building up at the old pony club.
No, as I said, no.
It's pretty rugged. Yeah.
Yep, no, it's like
She's still coming.
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, yes, it's good. Get out there.
It was an approach.
Yeah.
No, very good. That was, yep.
All right. Any other questions? Can I get someone to resume standing orders? Councillor Bradford, have a seconder. Councillor Curtin, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Can I have someone to move the item, please? Councillor Bradford and seconded Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bradford, would you like to speak to the item?
It's good to see vets coming back into it.
Yeah. Councillor Campbell.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 13.3 is the quarterly report for the council plan for the period ending the 30th of September. I think things are great. Personally, I think they're really good. All right, can I have someone to move the item? Councillor Dring, seconder. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Dring, would you like to speak to the item? Councillor Campbell.
No, thank you.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 14.1 is infrastructure services, the advertisement of the 25-26 capital roadworks request for tenders. Would you like to suspend standing orders? Yes, councillor Campbell, can I have a seconder? Councillor Bradford, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Marty.
What would you like to know? You asked me, it's all about.
Well, there's a lot in here. I just thought maybe, can you know how it says silk da-da-da to silk da-da-da?
SLK,
Yes,
so the SLK is in straight line kilometres. Every single road in the state is measured from start to end in 10-metre increments. So that way I can tell my contractor over here, it is at SLK 13.71. That means it is 13,710 metres from the start of that road. So that gives you exact start and finishes within 10 metres. So what we've done, obviously, when we went through the budget this year, we nominated which sections we were going to do resealing works on, which you already know. When we developed the scope in conjunction with Greenfields, our engineers, it was sort of suggested to me that we should probably put out 2 tenders because, as you'll see, there's pavement repairs and resurfacing, which is basically just resealing. It's pretty mundane, straightforward. And then we've got our rural roads reconstruction works, which are more technical. They may have asphalt, they may have milling or full reconstruction and stabilisation. So we're worried that if we put the whole lot out as one scope, we may not get submissions, or we may get less submissions because someone will go, well, we're geared up for sealing, but we're not geared up for reconstruction, so we might miss out on tenders because for that reason. So we put them out separately. Whoever our tenderers may be, quite welcome to tender on both RFTs, but they can just tender on one, and the other one may go to another tenderer. So that's the reason why we've done that.
is it a really short turnaround time-wise, or is that normal? Is it
The
for the end of the tender process?
it's shorter than what we normally do. We normally have it out there for a month. I did suggest to John that I thought it might be a bit short. He said, look, he said, you're one of the longest tenders we usually put out. We usually only put them out for 2 or 3 weeks, and we generally get good responses. So, and the only reason we shorten that time frame up is because of the caretaker period.
So for newly elected members, so we were in the caretaker mode while we go through the election process. We can't actually make any great decisions during that time, so we had to push this back till now. So so it's probably a month, is it a month or so behind, I suppose? But
yeah, so we would have normally been in the evaluation phase by now and be looking to award a tender. My biggest concern with that was that if we start leaving it too long and not doing the evaluation and awarding the tender till January, we might start losing availability of contractors, because obviously this time of the year from November through to February is when you want to do your resealing works, otherwise it starts getting too cold and you have roads failing. So we're going to push it through a bit quicker, and we hope to have the evaluation done and a recommendation for the tender by next month, by the end of next month. So, yes, correct. So, providing we agree to the tenders that we've prepared and evaluation process, it'll go out to market on Saturday, this coming Saturday, and we'll have it back. I can't remember the date off the top of my head, sorry.
11th.
Yeah. So,
and that goes through Greenfields consultants, that they do that whole process, don't they?
yeah, so we advertise and we use their tender box, and then come tender opening time, I'll either go up there or jump on Teams, or Clinton will go up there or jump on Teams, and we'll open up the tender box, we'll log the tenders in our register, and then we'll start the evaluation process. And the evaluation process is noted in there, which is divided into 4 parts, which is their relevant experience, key personnel, and their skills and experience. So they'll send us a resume for the people managing the project and supervising the project. So we can see that we're in good hands with that. Their capacity to undertake the work, and it'll give demonstrated evidence of demonstrated experience, and that'll be jobs that they've done for other shires or main roads, or I mean, we've even been given past work they've done for us of relevant experience. So that'll all be weighted in there, and it'll be on a matrix basis where the highest scorer would be the most favourable, along with obviously pricing, etc., etc.
And this is probably where most of our road budget will disappear into.
Yes, I'm expecting these 2 tenders combined to be somewhere around the $1.3 million mark. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Well, I'm going to ask, and this may be a stupid one. Is there a possibility that they would want both jobs, and then they tender on the proviso that they get both?
No, they won't be able to tender on the proviso that they get both. It's 2 separate tenders.
Right, yeah.
I have heard that there would be some that would. So, for instance, Feature Tech, they probably wouldn't be interested in both. Whereas Cat West, they may be interested in tendering on both.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it goes to market, it's probably one of those things that we just have to suck up and see. But we did divide it up just so we weren't backing ourselves into a corner and precluding possible tenderers by them not being of that technical capability.
Right.
Good.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, Marty. Can I get someone to resume standing orders, please? Councillor Fraser, Councillor Hepworth, seconded. All in favour? Carried 7-0. So can I have someone to move the item 14.1? Please. Councillor Bradford, a seconder. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bradford, would you like to speak to the item?
No.
Councillor Campbell.
No.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 15 governance. 15.1 is the Christmas administration closure and council and staff function for 25-26. The closure time and the events for our Christmas function. Can I have someone to move the motion? Councillor Hepworth, seconder. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Hepworth, would you like to speak to the motion? Councillor Campbell.
Both of you.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 15.2 is the status report for council decisions for October 2025. And so have someone to move the item. Councillor Fraser, seconder. Councillor Bradford. Councillor Fraser, would you like to speak?
No, thank you.
Councillor Bradford. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, 16 confidential reports. We have none. The ordering of the common seal. We have 2. Need to again.
Not really.
No. Reports of committees and members. I don't think we have any. Motions of which previous notice has been given. We have none. Notice of motions. New business of an urgent nature admitted by council. We have none. And I will close the meeting at 3:35. Thank you very much. And the next meeting will be held on Thursday, the 27th of November. Thanks, everyone.